I'm Deck McManus. This is the King Sitric restaurant. Myself and my wife run it now. It's been my family business since 1971, and we specialise in fish and shellfish. I suppose waste here through the King Sitric has changed so much. Like, I remember when I was a kid here, and we just didn't really have this problem, in that everything was coming in without so much plastic, without so much cardboard, not prepared, not pre-packed, and all that kind of thing. So like, and gradually over the years, it's just stacked up, which has really inspired us now to go back and go, what's coming in? Why is it coming in like that? And what can we do with it, either to reduce it coming in like that, or else to make sure it's dealt with properly and keep it out of a normal black bin. So out here we have 7 different wines on tap. We have our beer, and then we've still and sparkling water. So we don't sell bottled water either. We make all our own still sparkling. This is our biodigester. It takes all of our food waste, all of our shells, all the oyster shells, lobster shells, everything goes through a crusher, goes in here, and it gets rolled around for about 12.5 hours. It uses a live enzyme and heat, and then it locks itself down, and about 10.5 hours later it comes out as that. And that's fertilizer ready to go into your garden or back out to a field. We leave it outside the restaurants in the old oyster containers, and customers or farmers or fellas with allotments or whatever come and take it away. There was some things that we did have to change. We were using a lot of cling film, and when we started working with Amy, there was certain things that she identified, and one of them was that, like, we were portioning into cling film, we were covering everything with cling film. It's really convenient, it's easy, it's cheap, and it was just ingrained in us. We'd been at it 20 years, like, so it was very, you just go, oh, yeah, how could you live without that? But like, we split the change over about 3 months, and that's it, and we threw out all the cling film and it's gone. And you think, now we look at it as a tiny change. Back then it was huge, but at the moment, we reckon it's keeping about 12.5 kilometres of cling film out of a landfill. We have 2 sets of electric fryers, and then we have a water bath, 4 big rings of induction, instant on grill. We have the smallest service oven that we could get, so to make it really efficient. And then a waterless bain-marie as well, which is really good on electricity use. Having this allows us to not, everything only comes on when it's required, and it's a great saver so that you're not running gas all day or electricity all day. Everything comes on when you need it. People do tend to get put off by all electric kitchens because it looks like a massively high load, but everything is instant on, so it only runs when you exactly need that. The other thing that it allows us to do is we have about 30 solar panels on the roof, so that takes a bit of the load off. That can take about 20% of our electricity on a daily basis. And I suppose that is a barrier, that you think, oh, no one's going to wash all the cream things, no one's going to wash yogurt pots. But like, these things just become a system after a week or two. And then everyone gets into it, and it just becomes the normal, and that's what happens. The biggest challenge in any kitchen is all your processes, like, and when you're in a business this long, like, we've 50 years of that's how it's done, and tend to just not question it. But when someone like Amy kind of comes into your business with no knowledge of how you do everything, it's very eye-opening, and especially for the staff, you're like, oh yeah, we've just never really questioned that, and then now that's the way we do it. I'd recommend them to review everything that they do. Not, food waste, electricity use, gas use, garnishing on plates. Like, just, you've got to look at everything, and it all just makes such a huge impact. Looking after our local climate is a big kind of thing here. Like, we've been taking lobsters from Balscaden Bay for over 50 years, and they're still there. Like, we don't buy buried lobsters. We don't take out, like, we're very strict on what we take, and that's obviously worked. There's huge evidence there that they're still young lobsters.